Good morning, Husam Al Sharif, and today, 13th September 2025. First, I'm declaring my mother as a victim of identity theft. Of course, identity fraud, but potentially completely identity thefted, according to the communications of in September this month. I made the report clear and I explained how this began and what are the available information. And I request that you be careful with your investigation, that you take this report seriously because this is getting dangerous. And I refer to the report below. Second, on 3 September, I declared for the first time having a positive response, positive reaction from the police department. On 4 December, the same accused, the same party who I accused formally by the police department, providing a written report, he used a second-hand care provider covering up this problem since 2022. And the claims which was used were strange. For example, when I asked, why are you coming to me like this? They said, yeah, because you spoke to the police 3 times. And the person who did that, he should not have any relationship with me, nor contact. He is out of any relationship with me formally in a written form. So he did that. He was called to do that, and they did it. They broke into my home like a criminal gang. Unbelievable. Using these fraudulent claims to take me against my will to this location using some earlier procedure, which I spent just a year correcting this fraudulent information that, for example, I think the kid is a robot, that I threatened the king or the prime minister, that I do not remember everything right now, but these were corrected and I spent a lot of efforts, and there are reports from the doctor that this is, for example, that I do not have neurocognitive problems, that I was, for example, suspicious because of some cyber activity, which was, in the past, everything it was documented and written, but they used now with what I've been told, because I spoke to the police, they are doing that. They broke my door, and I should not disclose much information here for particular considerations, particularly safety, because the situation is not fine. But that was 4 September. On last Wednesday, I went back home. For the first time, I was able to return back home to check on the home, to check on the door. I saw the situation. But when I've been taken out of my home, I couldn't get my telephone, for example. So I couldn't check anything during this around 1 week or 10 days period. When I checked my telephone back on Wednesday, I saw that my DGD, my digital ID, my formal access to the government services and everything was disabled. And this cannot be done unless someone opened the telephone or disabled this from different telephone. It was deactivated. And this is unusual. And today, 13th September, for example, I'm supposed to receive my income, my payment from Gemeente Wiegen. Did not arrive. It could be delayed, we do not know, but according to what I observed on Wednesday, they disabled my digital ID. This means something. This means and what I saw in reports that this person who is called Martin Arnik, who is fixing this or covering up this, I saw in reports that he was trying to send the frauders using the scammed telephone contacts, which contact details, which I declared and informed these people, do not call these telephone numbers. We can reach the people through this telephone number, but not always. The telephones are cloned. Scammers, frauders intercept the call. We do not know exactly at which contact moment they do that, but this is definitely when you call them to come here or to come to my home. They intercept the contact and come themselves, and this is beyond a care provider capacity or expertise to evaluate. This requires first ETA and police capacity, and second, only the person, the concerned person, the person who knows the victims themselves can identify the frauder or the original owner of identity. So this is the crook work that I'm held to. First, through scam telephone contact details, they made these fraudulent reports fixing this file. Then secondly, and in fact, this is not only happening from the third people from outside, for example, making these reports. No, there are people from within. From within. This guy, Martin, for example, he is fixing these communications, preventing any related information from the registration, where the whole crook work is an attempt to prevent an important declaration by the police about this problem. Just one day after having, for the first time in this case, a positive response from the police. So they wouldn't specific information be declared, specifically the telephone scams, the cloned telephones, and the identity theft related subject. Exclusively these 2 points, and I tried here, for example, just write the report correct, and I sat with someone, he wrote it well, but they refused to put it in the record. So concerned parties, the director, the public ministry, the court, understand, no, they are keeping the subject unclear and described well, so the problem remains persistent. What I know there is some known cyber activity that is known in my environment, tolerating the unlawful and disrespectful treatment at receptions. This is known by me, but what is unknown by them is that there are, in fact, in reality, factual behaviors, factual actions, normalizing the frauder in the environment of the victim. And this is seen, for example, today, when this is cyber work that you would tolerate with. Why would the fraudster normalize herself within the environment of the victim with her other relatives, for example, taking them in another cities, and the photos are clear, and I know the people. Well, nobody knows the people better than me, concerned people. So when you are tolerating this cyber cover-up, you have to understand, unless you are doing that yourself, you have to understand there are also in reality, I call it shadow factual works dedicating this crime. So, moment. Another way they attempt to compromise and prevent this from being declared, and this I understood recently, but it's been told to me in Germany by a police agent in Germany who said, "Yeah, you come and you throw this paper and you go." This is what she been told. So she act disrespectfully or carelessly, or find the word yourself. That she's been told that I am not a person who come to the police agency, to the police department, through a paper and go. No, this is a lie. I'm coming to your reception while trying to speak with you. You do not understand. I wrote you a paper in this handwriting, for example, showing this writing, and so you arranged the appointment, but no, this is not what these people who I formally accused and I was able to expose recently cover up this, that yeah, this is a known person who come and throw paper and go. And I noticed this at the department Wiegen when I was collecting my keys before I return home. Check home. I found also a paper thrown showing small text, and this could be the same cover-up this accused is using, linking me to this text, maybe asking the police questions in my name, that yeah, this person he came and threw this paper, linking also me to different handwriting. Distracting the attention of the police because the police received all these reports. In Germany, they told me the Netherlands police can read this. So they are now trying to link me, as I noticed, to some different handwriting, different format. So the problem remain vague and unclear in the eyes of the authorities, and case is compromised. So this is the situation now, and yeah, I believe the situation is not fine, and we will see what will happen in the coming days.